It has killed more people than the atomic bomb, it is cheaper than a smartphone, and it is the only weapon to appear on a national flag. But here's the real question. How did one simple rifle end up everywhere, from national armies to black markets to terrorist groups? The Small Arms Survey estimates 50 to 100 million Kalashnikov-type rifles exist today. The United Nations warns about its illegal spread, especially across the Sahel region of Africa. So, how did a basic invention reshape global conflict? Let's rewind. During the World War II, soldiers basically had three choices: bolt-action rifles, accurate, but painfully slow; machine guns, deadly, but heavy as hell; and submachine guns, fast, but weak at range. The Germans had their terrifying MGs. Every army knew something better was needed. But the breakthrough didn't come from a weapons scientist. It came from a simple Soviet tank mechanic, Mikhail Kalashnikov. No elite education, no design pedigree, just a soldier who had seen enough failure on the battlefield. In 1941, Kalashnikov was wounded in battle. While recovering, he listened to soldiers complain rifles jamming, breaking, failing in dirt and cold. Remember, this wasn't a trained engineer, just a tank mechanic who believed his country deserved better weapons. Years of trial and error later, that belief became the AK-46 and finally the AK-47. Simple, brutal, reliable. The Soviet army adopted it and history did the rest. Because the timing was perfect, the Cold War. The AK wasn't just a rifle anymore. It became a symbol of communist revolution, pushed by the Soviet Union and China. In fact, some rebel movements went even further. Mozambique's rebel forces literally placed an AK-47 on their national flag. That tells you something. This rifle wasn't just a weapon. It became an identity. So what's the real secret sauce? First, the design. A large gas piston and loose tolerances makes it runs in mud, sand, snow, places where fancy rifles quit. There are legends of AKs surviving insane abuse. Maybe exaggerated, but the reputation stuck for a reason. Second, simplicity. Easy to assemble, easy to train. And here's where the story turns dark. In parts of Africa, armed groups have forced child soldiers to use and maintain AKs. This isn't efficiency, it's a human tragedy, enabled by how simple the weapon is. Third, priced out in the Sahel, an AK can cost as little as $45 to $150, sometimes even bartered for livestock. That's why terrorist and militant groups like ISIS, Al-Qaeda affiliates, Boko Haram, and Al-Shabaab have relied heavily on Kalashnikov-type rifles. Hence, for groups with no factories, no armors, no logistics, an AK is cheap, reliable, and everywhere. And that's why, even today, the AK refuses to disappear. India now produces the AK-203. China manufactures multiple modern variants. Dozens of countries still use Kalashnikov-style rifles. Because in warfare, simple tools often outlive advanced ones. The AK-47 didn't change the world because it was perfect. It changed the world because politics, proxy wars, and human conflict made it unstoppable.